Alright everyone, it's time to rock and roll, and it's time for more colony survival. It's early morning here, it's just 4 o'clock. These guys are on the way here to finish off digging out everything that we set for them to dig out last time. Now, at the moment, our digging capacity is, let's have a quick look. Currently, we can dig out up to 1,000 blocks. I would like to upgrade that to 2,500 blocks because it's just going to make all of it that we want to get done today so much easier. So the block that they're currently carving out is going to be basically the renewed banner safe zone once we've got the 3 upgrades going. So the next thing that we want to do, and that is why we want to upgrade our digger area, because if we quickly take it out, construction digger area, we go from here. Now we can go 3 blocks wide, which is amazing, but here it is already too large and we still have a long way to go. So quickly gonna go inside, gonna go to our merchant's table where we should be able to get ourselves some points, because our max capacity points is at the moment 600, so we should be fine. Now I don't have earthenware anyways. It is too, I wouldn't say costly, but time consuming to make it. So let's just sell a whole batch of the copper ingots. There we go. So now we are at 580 points. That is good. Now we can go to colony points and we can upgrade the digger area size. Let's do that for the builder size as well. And we can already upgrade a singular set for, now we're going to need more than that, a singular set for our banner safe zone. So colony points, there we go, banner safe zone up to 35 blocks. And one more that we can get is our colonist capacity. Let's grab that too. There we go, colony points and colony capacity. So now we've upgraded our builder size, colony capacity, digger area size, and our banner safe zone. Now the next one's going to be a little bit more expensive, where the builder area and the digger area size is actually still not too bad. We could definitely do one more. So there we go. Now we are churning through our copper ingots at the moment, so we do need to get on that as well. But let's upgrade our digger area to the next level so we can do 5,000 blocks in one time. Now, in order to dig out everything that we would want to dig out, we're going to need to remove this wheat farmer. And we will be harvesting the wheat because that's going to come in useful at some stage. But let's remove the area. Sorry, buddy. We're going to do the same here with both of the flax farmers at the moment. And now we need to go and set ourselves 2 digger areas, where the biggest one is going to be for the actual moat. Because once we've got the moat in place, I feel that we're quite okay to go for everything that we need to get done going forward, because we really want to revamp our farming area to get the efficiency out of there, but also remain safe. Look at that. That's going to dig us the entire moat in one fell swoop. Perfect. Now let's get it as close to the entrance here as possible, just to make sure that we waste as little time as possible. There we go. And put those 5 guys down. All right, so they will do the digging on that side. We're going to go ahead and do another digger area straight away. And we're going to be digging out the rest here. So we have all of this nicely at the level where we want it to be as well. All right, and with those guys now on the way to start digging out all of that, we do need to find a temporary space for a flax farmer. Now, as I said, temporary space because it's not going to be a permanent farm. But for now, that's going to be too large. Yeah, 9 by 11, that will do. So for now, just fit somebody right there. Here, right there. And then at least we're going to go and get some more flax coming in tomorrow, because those farms will be lost by then, because those guys are doing a massive job to dig all of that out. Now, they are harvesting the flax that is on there at the moment as well, so that is kind of good. And then the same counts here for our wheat farmer. Now, when we counted this out, we counted 15 blocks going out, which means this wall is actually a block number 15. And since we want to have our farms out here, and they go in sets of 5, at least inside my brain, it's either 10 by 10 or 5 by 20. So to have a field of 14 blocks is not going to make any sense. Therefore, our outer wall is going to be in enemy territory. It's not going to be part of the banner safe zone area, but it will be inside the moat. Now, the moat's going to go 1 block deeper than it was. Yep, see, it is 1 block deeper, which means once we start digging this trench out again, we will actually have water in our moat. It's going to be quite a bit down, which is okay. I kind of like that. So, in here, we've got these guys. They did the harvest today. They did some sowing today. It is 5 p.m., so there will not be any sowing anymore for today. But I can put down a 10 by 10 here. Now, I could do either that, or I wait and I put the 10 by 10 here. There, we put a 10 by 10 here, then I can fit in an additional one. There, do have a couple of blocks in the way. I'll take you out. Which actually kind of lines up with what I would want. Now, these ones, again, need to go. Alright, so this is going to be our wall across. Now, why would we have a wall across in our banner safe zone area? Well, what is eventually going to be our banner safe zone area? Well, that is very simple, because on this side we will have the farms, and on this side we're going to be having ourselves amazing structure. So right now we're still doing fine, although I do need to have a quick peek around on the other side, because I didn't check how far they actually finished off the digging of the moat. Because if the moat's deep enough, then all those guys are going to go and have to walk around, which it looks like they actually might need to. Because they cannot fall down here, they cannot climb up here, so yeah, all of them are going to have to go through the other side, which means that the heat is going to be increasing on the other side rather than on this side. I can obviously not get up here at the moment, so let's quickly fix that here, and we'll put one here as well. There, then let's go up here. Now, I don't think I'm going to need all of you here. Let's do it easier. Let's take you out. Let's take you out. Gonna go and take you out as well. And you. There we go. I mean, there's a couple of guys coming through here, which we potentially could fix as well. So yeah, you guys just wander around for now. There we go. You guys can walk up until here, and then you're gonna go and be heading back, because they cannot walk through there, and then they're going to have to go and make their way all the way to the other side. Now, we need to make sure that we do not get overwhelmed on this side. And how do we do that? Well, we have a couple of additional archers ready to go, so we might as well just add them here. Now, I know that we removed slinger guards, but I prefer to have archers coming back in. There, that is 1, that is 2, and that is 3. Perfect. So these guys right now should be able to cope with everything that is coming their way. Let's have a quick peek that we don't have any intruders on this side, because we did reduce the amount of guards on that side. But as I said, since the monsters can no longer come in on this side, we should be okay. Yep, all of them are heading back. Now, it is around midnight, so we're still definitely fine. All the pathfinding will go there, but then we'll repath to enter here. And I think they should all have been here and dealt with by the time we actually make it to daytime. Alright, now in the meanwhile, I'm just going to extend this wall up to the level where I want to have it, and I think we're going to go and stick with 3 high. Alright, and like that we've got ourselves not just a wall, but we already have our upcoming work area, because once we've got the mazing in here, and I'm probably going to do it from left to right, we can fill all of this up with whatever archers and night slinger guards and anything else that we would want to have in order to deal with that. Now, in this episode, we want to push it. We want to get as close as possible to the actual Bronze Age, if not dipping into it. In order to get to the Bronze Age, we need the Tablets of Ancient Wisdom, and for that we need to unlock the Scribes. Now, the Scribe unlocks the scroll shelves and the Scribe's desk. The Scribe's desk is the ones that make the Tablet of Ancient Wisdom after we have the clay tablets, which are made at the pottery station, for which we need to increase our pottery station worker guys. We do have a couple of extra desks as well. We've got 3 extra writer's desks. So let's get those ones down here. Now, at the moment, they can only make scrolls of knowledge, and we've already upped that to 50, which is going to be good. How many do we have? We've got 45, so we're looking pretty decent. But let's go into science, and let's unlock the scribe. So now we can actually make the scroll shelves. I'm going to put them on a separate group. And we say we want to have 20 of them on the highest priority. So once we have enough scrolls, they'll be making the scroll shelves. Reason why we want the scroll shelves, and for that the easiest if I show it in here. The scribe's desk is made at the job block crafter's workbench, but they require 10 scroll shelves to be nearby. So basically, it is a researcher and we need to have library shelves in order for them to be able to do anything. Okay, now I would like to have an additional writer's desk just to get all of that in balance. Now, we did increase our colonist capacity. I haven't hired any additional colonists yet because our meal count is not looking too good. So I would want to up, and that is where this area comes in, our actual berry farms. Because we only have a couple down there, and berry farms are going to be coming in really useful again further down the game. And it just makes sense if we start adding a few more. So let's get ourselves the berry farmer out. And let's give them another couple of sets here. That is 2. And that's going to be number 3. And let's just do the same setup again over and over just because it is tried and true. If I can get some more grass in my pockets, that would definitely help out. There we go. That is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. All right, so that part is set. That gives us already 3 additional berry farmers. Now, this is a wheat field that will no longer be harvested by a wheat farmer because we removed the area. So there's a couple of ways we can do it. We can put a digger area on it, but we can also just quickly do it manually, clear up the area, and prepare it for what we are going to be putting onto there next. Alright, so with that harvest in our pockets, I can quickly drop that in there, 76. And that will be very fastly turned here into wheat porridge. We still have enough water. We have 82 berry meals. So the majority of the meals that we actually have are berry meals. So we really need to get cracking onto getting our further productions, the wheat productions, etc. up. Now, I do want to add a third, not berry farm, but wheat farmer. And I want to drop him now right in here because that should be exactly what we need. So then we've got 3 on today's cycle. And these guys will be removed as well, although it does fit nicely, but that's good to leave me with this gap here, which I'm not too big a fan of. And now to get all of the fields that we need to get, it needs to be arable ground. So you're going to be the wall if my memory does serve me well. There we go. Let's get just a small digger area out here to get them to remove these. There we go. Exactly 4. Alright, so with the moat now completely dug around, and with the wall section set up here, and look at that, this is already half sown again as well, so that is going to be really, really good. Now, the majority of the monsters will be on that side of the moat, which means here we have minimal guards, but also from this side they're not going to be coming anymore. So that is going to allow us to pretty safely set up all of our farming on this side, and just have the majority of the threat come in all the way from the other side. Now, in order to then maximize everything that we can, I'm going to go dig in here. I can safely remove that stairs, I think. And I'm going to be opening you up for now. Because to get up there, these guys can take up the stairs here. They can walk all the way around. So we should be fine. Now, we also need to get ourselves a little bit of a library, etc. made. So I do want to do that up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should do. And then we'll just make you 5 deep as well. And then with that done, we'll just put a quick wall down here. Just making sure that we have everything nicely at the right level. And close it off. That was not very nice and clean. There we go. So now nobody can go in and out through here. We'll quickly open this up. Sorry, buddy. You're going to have to go and find yourself a different spot to sleep in. There we go. So the same is now for here. And I can still go in and out here, but let's close that up as well. All right. Then. Yeah, I'm going to be removing the stairs here. There, and let's close this up nicely as well. This means that this bedroom area is now connected to directly outside. In and out right through here, but it has no connection directly into our banner area. So if they cannot reach the banner from here, theoretically, I think the zombie should not be able to pass through here, or they could potentially pass inside here maybe, but there would be no point because they can't reach the banner from here anyways. There we go. So now we've got ourselves a nice floor area, and this is eventually going to go and get opened up into a different direction. So I will just open it up here. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm also going to be removing your bed, and I'm going to be closing this area off for now. And right in here, no, we'll just place that outside. That would make more sense. So let's get you up and you up. And then we will put in here on one side a tool shop, and on the other side the grocery store. There and there. So those guys don't really have to walk that far anymore. It's going to be really fast for them. I can remove you now. So we've got ourselves a nice little bedroom area going right here. Now, what is important in a bedroom area? Beds. Do I have any? I do have some. Okay. Now, I don't really want to bunk them too much. So let's get like this and then one block in between. So then we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. That's going to really annoy me. I mean, we could technically fit in a lot more than this, but yeah, maybe this makes more sense. Ish. Now we've got the bed areas closer, and we've got some more berry farmers. I will be setting up a few more as well. Basically, this entire part here is going to get filled up, so then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them, I think. Quickly measure you out. Let's get you back onto the berry farmer. That's 5 by 5 and another 5 by 5 exactly. There we go. So that is going to be all of them now. We've got 9 berry farmers up and running. We've got nice sleeping quarters for all of them. And we still have our farmers here harvesting the wheat. How are we looking wheat-wise? 17. Wheat porridge, only 1. So still we're not keeping up with the demand. But let's have a look how far these guys are. Because I think we should be getting our first harvest potentially by the end of today, potentially tomorrow. So let's get ourselves the next wheat farm up and going. And we'll put you right here. Are you going to fit as a 10 by 10? No, you don't. See, that's why we're going to need to fix that. Yep, so I'm going to need to remove these guys. Both of you guys can go. And how far do I need to remove it? Just 1, right? No, 2. All right, that's okay. So this needs to go. And that guy can now fit right there. So there we have the next wheat farm coming in. Good for today. Now, these guys are very fast at producing, which makes me very, very happy. So then we've got this one that should be coming in today if we would hire the actual colonist. We have more than enough beds. We've got 150 beds. We can hire up to 150. I'm not going to do so though, but let's get ourselves an additional 20. We will be having more construction projects for them ongoing as well. Now, I'm not going to be removing these berry farmers just yet because they're going to be coming in handy. Just before we remove them, we need to get the rest of our food situation sorted. Now, I'm going to be removing here the steps on the sides as well, so everybody is forced to come through this way. They can no longer access through here. And I'm going to go and remove this as well. And I'm going to go and actually put it a block lower. There, because that's going to be the actual block that it's going to be sitting on. So it only makes sense to already set it up at the right level. Can we just put that back? Thank you. Okay, now I do have a few extras, so let's close you up in full, almost. There. So now there's absolutely no going and coming from the other side. Everything has to go through here, which also means all of our colonists, but luckily enough, we don't have that many on the outside. It is just the one forester that we have all the way out there. And this guy is also bringing in tempered logs. Now, how is a log situation? I think we're doing absolutely fine. So I'm going to be removing the forester from that side. Otherwise, he's just going to get himself killed. We're fine. We're fine. These guys working a dream here with everybody now being forced to come from the other side. They've got just that little bit of additional range to shoot them down. Now, I'm pretty sure that once we do make it to the Bronze Age, and talking about that, how are we looking? We've got 9 scroll shelves, so we're getting pretty close. And we already have a scribe's desk, I think. So let's quickly plop down an additional writer's desk, because we're going to need them in the future anyways. And I will be moving the writer's desks into a proper library area, I think, if we have enough space for it though. Because, I mean, 10 scroll shelves, that's quite a bit. Alright, so you guys here. And then I need to get the pottery stuff, guys, fixed as well. Manus jobs. Potterers, we put it back down. Harry is back to 4. All right, Harry. There we go. So you make, I don't know. Well, reset you. And you can just infinite whenever you've got the time. I always want 50 of you. You guys can have that as regular. And you are going to go and work on 300 tablet. I messed that up, did I? So you're on group 1. Yeah, all of you are on group 1. So we put this one back to 40. And we put you onto group 5. There we go. And you put that up to 140 on the highest priority. Alright, you guys complaining because you don't have meat? Do we still have animal carcasses? We might actually run out. Yeah, we're out of animal carcasses since we don't have any meat. Now, we only have 3 meals left, so the guys will be complaining about that relatively soon. But then we should have a wheat harvest come in soon as well. And that should help out with our food production. There's wheat ready to be harvested on that side. And these guys are already on the harvest. So wheat's coming in. That means meals are coming in soon. And let me just give a quick hand. There we go. Just helping out a little bit. And it's making quite a difference. Because we're already back up to, well, 28, 29 meals. Because they are making the meals and they are consuming them as quickly as they make them. So let's go and get ourselves up onto the first floor. And it's time to build ourselves a little bit of a library. Before we're going to do that, quickly head in here, construction, builder area. And we want to build from dirt because we wanted arable ground. Yeah, we can put you from here all the way until right there. And the good thing is we can just put the construction workers right back where they were in the previous round as well, because the crates are still there. And talking about crates are still there, these ones are still there as well that we can now remove. So we got ourselves already a little bit of an area here. Let's get ourselves now some mud bricks because they just look amazing. There, and we'll just start working on this now. I'm pretty sure 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's a little bit smaller than I would have wanted to. So I might actually make the floor down here one wider, which means I get a little bit more space inside our bedroom as well, which is going to be good because we're actually just shy of what we wanted. So let's add one, and then we'll probably end up adding one more here as well. Let's quickly have a look how that works out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then the wall here on the side. So that is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope, we need one more to the sides as well. There. All right, and then now we're going to be putting in an additional digger area because, I mean, I don't mind doing some building by hand, but I'm not going to be building all of that myself. So I'm going to put you right from here and until there. It's only a few. And then let's get 2 out there. We'll put a crate on this side and one on that side. All we now need to do is build a way for them to actually make it up there. So we can do that right like this. That should do the trick. They can walk up there and then they can finish off the construction of this. All right, so we already have a doorway. It's not where the final door is going to be. I think that will be right about here. Quickly lean out and just quickly build ourselves a nice pathway. There, so then we have a nice hallway going. And let's open you up. Then we can actually patch this if we're going to have the door on the other side ready to go. Look at that. And then that side does stay closed. Now, we will get a nice roof on here once those guys show up for duty. Then, there we go. Finally, let's get all of our pockets empty again and let's continue building. Actually work on the last step in order to get working on the ancient tablets. So we're going to need scribes. Let's get 2 of those. And now here's the question. That is 2, 4, 5, and there. That should be exactly in the middle. And then let's have a quick peek. Now, it's going to be aesthetics. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. That would be very nice like that. And then we only have 1 extra because we only made 11, but the guys will be making more once we have more of them. All right, so those guys can actually start working on getting us the ancient tablet thingies. Do they need crates, though, is my question. Potentially they might. I'll just put 1 down just to be on the safe side because I'd rather have an extra crate there and not need it rather than not having it and needing it. Then we're going to go for old school for now, and we'll put a torch here in the corner. There. Don't need more than that because we also have the light coming in from the outside and I don't want to overdo it either. And as we did that, those guys actually finished off our beautiful roof here. There we go. So that's all done. Let's remove these ones because we no longer are going to need those ones either. And let's quickly hop on out. How we're looking meals-wise, pretty good. We're back up to 80. And that's going to be quite a nice difference. All right, now let's have a look. Look at that. It's starting to look more and more like a castle and I'm absolutely loving it. All right, all the beds here are nice and taken. I am going to be doing it a little bit dangerous though. But it's going to go in relatively fast, get fixed as well. So before anything can actually path up here, we should be fine. At least we've got ourselves a little bit more space now there inside. I might actually want to revert this one. Because I think that's going to be our walkway. And if I'm going to have a walkway out there, I might want to have the same right in here. Although this area is never going to get opened for the public, so to say. Because I do not want a walkway from our insecure area directly into the banner. Look at the March of the Penguins, but none of the I mean, this is as far as they've gotten. They did not manage to get any further than this. Look at them. They're coming in groups at once. Ooh, new record holder. As we said earlier, we did run out of animal carcasses, so let's sell the 2 that we have there, and let's just sell 1 and 1. That's going to give us 96 points. How did we end up with 96 points? Because I sold 2 of these. All right, that puts us now at 110. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we do 4 of the copper ingots, and that puts us exactly up to 150. And we can buy 25 and 5. There we go. 30 animal carcasses, so at least we've got a little bit more coming from there. We're going to get some meat from that as well, which is going to be turned into more meals. But all in all, we're back up to 80 meals, which is more than I expected from yesterday. All right, and with these guys now ready to go again, I'm going to be removing all of these ones as well. And I'm going to be pulling, as far as I can, a digger's job. So I'm now going to go for construction. I'm going to set a digger area. We're going to start off here. And I'm going to go and up and jump all the way to the other side. And that should clean up all of this very nicely. All right. You. And okay, let's give you 3. There we go. So that should clean up all of that nicely. The only part that's going to be left is this little bit on this side and this little bit here. And I think I can perfectly do that just manual. We've got this guy standing here and he has a problem with his pathfinding. He cannot get to probably his job. Do I have anything here in notifications? No, I do not. So I don't know who he is. I don't know what he wants. But I believe all of the areas are accessible. I mean, even this is open and accessible, which it shouldn't be, but it is. So where are you trying to get to? Because from here, all the areas here are accessible. What did we close off? Okay, so the only guys I didn't find doing their job are the ones to get to the scribes. Let me remove them. Let me see. Okay, so he's now a random regular guy. Let's try this again. So if I put you here and I put you there, are you now going to go and find yourself your way where you need to go? I mean, I think he had a blue jacket on, but I think the guys should be just making their way here now. I mean, I don't understand why they would need to go through here, because they have a perfectly viable way through here, right? Exactly. So they have a perfectly viable way to get through there. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to close it. There, I'll open the window again. But you guys can actually make your way in here now. Alright, so with those guys now working away on that, I think that is the last step that we have in order to make it into the Bronze Age. A special digger, it's just 1,000 colony points. Sacred failsafe, for that we need colony points. And statistics boards, we need scrolls of knowledge, and we actually have one. So unlock the statistics board as well. It used to be part of the regular UI. And I think the main thing now, what we're going to need, is to get more scrolls of knowledge. Alright, now do we want to extend on here and get those guys to work up here as well? I mean, it would kind of make sense to have the two libraries kind of next to each other. Yeah, let's think about that, but that's going to be for the next episode. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, please do remember to hit that like button. And of course, I will see you guys here in the next episode, where we're going to be continuing our hunt for the Bronze Age. Now, the Bronze Age is going to increase our threat by 50. We're going to need 15 tablets of ancient wisdom. The guys are now finally working on it. We're going to need some more colony points. And talking about it, we are not having any, so let me actually just remove these boxes for now, because I want to give them a different spot, and they only increase our heat, our threat level, however you want to call it. So now we're back to the 100, which is just the default points level, and we're down to 93.5 threat level. So that's pretty decent right there. So it's going to get a little bit easier here in the night. So yeah, in the next episode, we're going to continue with that. We might actually build for the writers up there a proper space up here, and because I want to turn this thing into a proper castle. And I'm going to be sad to see my towers here go, because I do really like it, but I kind of set myself the target to get up to 1,000 colonists, and if we want to get to 1,000, I am not going to be building 100 of these, because each tower is 2, 4, 6, 8, then the top floor would be 10 people per tower. It means I need 100 towers in order to house 1,000 people, and that's just not going to happen. So we will be building dormitories like those ones. Now, I don't want them too cramped, and I'm not going to go to 10,000 levels underground and just cramp them full of beds. So I do want to have a castle style of building that is going to make sense going forward, but we'll be expanding that here in the next episode. Thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you guys in the next one.